And from the Middle East to Europe, Ukraine has launched sweeping drone and missile strikes on Russian regions targeting its oil and energy infrastructure for the second consecutive day. A Ukrainian attack using heavy drones caused a fire at one of Russia's major oil refineries. Rosneft's Ryazan oil refinery, which is Russia's seventh largest, was seriously damaged. Plumes of black smoke were seen at the Ryazan plant. Reportedly, this plant accounts for more than 6% of Russia's gasoline production. On Tuesday, Ukrainian drones also targeted a Lukoil refinery in Kistovo and an energy infrastructure in Kyiv. These three facilities account for about 10% of Russia's total oil processing capacity. And this has been one of the most serious attacks against Russia's energy sector in recent months. In fact, Kyiv says these attacks have caused quite significant damage on the targeted refineries. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country is only responding to Russian aggression.
We will inflict losses on the Russian state in response, quite rightly. They in the Kremlin should get used to the fact that the terror does not go unpunished for them. Nothing will cure these patients from evil, but they will feel the loss. The Russian state will lose, and only this can make it safe for its neighbors, not only for Ukraine.
Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin called these attacks an attempt to disrupt the country's presidential election, which begins on March 15th.
All Ukrainian attacks are happening at the times of failures on the front line. They have not achieved any of the goals they set themselves last year. And what's more, now the initiative has been completely taken over by our armed forces. Everyone knows this. Everyone recognizes it. I don't think I can say anything new here. As these failures happen, they need to show something at least. And they mainly focus on the media part. The main goal, I have no doubt about it, is to, if not to disrupt the presidential elections in Russia, then at least somehow interfere with the normal process of expressing the will of citizens. Secondly, as I've already said, it's about informational component. And thirdly, if they have some success, to get some kind of chance, some kind of argument, some kind of trump card in possible future negotiation process.
Now, in recent months, both Kyiv and Moscow have stepped up drone attacks. The latest strike saw at least 60 drones and 7 missiles launched by Ukraine, targeting Moscow, Leningrad, Belgorod, and 4 other regions. One drone flying towards Moscow was down over the Rymensky district. And at least 4 out of the 32 major refineries in Russia have been attacked this year. Some of them, like the Rosneft plant in Tuapse that was attacked in January, have ceased operations. Now, oil refineries are a key source of Russia's income, and these strikes have the potential to reduce the country's gasoline and diesel output and increase prices. In fact, on Wednesday, oil prices rose 2%, partly due to concerns surrounding supply disruption following these attacks. Earlier this month, Russia implemented a ban on petrol exports in an effort to keep prices stable amid the rising demand. Still, Ukraine's effort to strike at the heart of Russia's economic center hasn't stopped Moscow's aggression. In fact, in the latest attack, Russia launched missiles that hit 2 apartment buildings in Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's hometown. At least 3 people were killed and over 38 injured in the attack. Rescue teams were seen sifting through the rubble and searching for survivors. Russian forces also bombed a residential building in the eastern city of Kyiv. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.